My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the AEW Unrivaled collection, Jon Moxley. And so here we have Jon Moxley posing out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories really fast. Jon Moxley comes with two accessories. We do get his entrance vest, which looks really nice, and it does say Mox on the back of it. He also comes with the AEW World Heavyweight title, which fits around his waist nicely. Other than that, we don't get anything else with Jon Moxley. I would have liked to see interchangeable hands, but that's neither here nor there. So let's actually get a closer look at Jon Moxley. And so here we have a closer look at Jon Moxley, and I think they have done a really good job with this figure now. The likeness, it is there from certain angles. It looks like Jon Moxley, especially from that angle. I think that looks really good. I don't know what it is. I feel like the hair is the thing that's throwing me off. Like maybe, I don't know what it is about the hair that's throwing me off, but something about the hair just doesn't sit right with me. Another thing that might be throwing it off is just the expression that he has on him. If maybe he had a more neutral expression or an angrier expression without the scowl like that, I think it would look a little bit better. But overall, I think they did a fantastic job. With the look, you can see they did sculpt his beard, which is one thing that I really do appreciate when they go in and sculpt the beard. You can see he does have his hair cut the way you see on Dynamite, which I do like that little detail. One little thing I don't like is that scratch right here on top of Moxley's forehead. I think they could have done without that, and it does appear that it's just painted on. It doesn't appear sculpted, so if you really wanted to remove that with like acetone, you could. But overall, I think they did a really good job with his face. And one thing I do like about this figure, they did correct the skin tone here with this figure. If you remember the first series from the AEW Unrivaled, those bodies were incredibly bright, and I actually do have Cody Rhodes here just to show you the difference. This looks like a more realistic skin tone. This, I have no idea what to even compare this to. It just looks bad. Hopefully we do get a re-release of Series 1 with the color correction. I have heard rumors that they were supposed to be out, but I haven't seen anything from that, so take that with a grain of salt. Jon Moxley really doesn't have much going on in terms of his torso. You can see he does have the bare arms. No wrist tape on this attire, which is a little bit unfortunate, but he does have the tattoo of the Psy. So there is that. I would like to see some wrist tape on Jon Moxley. I don't know what it is, but I don't like bare arms on wrestlers. I think they need something to break it up. I think that's just me personally. If you like it, guys, you can love it till your heart's content. Me, I think they need like an elbow pad or a wristband, something just to break up that sculpt or all that skin detail. That's something, I don't know. I don't like it when wrestlers don't wear something on their wrist, and I don't like it when they have bare arm or bare legs going down to their boots. I think they need knee pads too. But anyway, having a look at Jon Moxley's pants, I think this is where he really shines as a figure. One thing I do appreciate is that they did go in and sculpt all these nice little details, such as the zippers onto his pants here. These little pockets, you can see that they are sculpted. The insignias here, they are painted on, but I do like the fact that all this is sculpted. And we do have a little bit of paint with the buckles and everything like that, which does look really nice. I love this design. I think this is one of my favorite ring gears for Jon Moxley. Really wasn't a fan of the short tights. I think he needs to go with the combat pants and combat boots, honestly. But yeah, we have more pockets right here on his right leg, and you can see more sculpt work. We do have his little insignias right here going down his thigh. So overall, a lot of nice detail. And then we go on to his combat boots with those. They look really good. I do like the way these boots look. They do look unique. So yeah, can't really complain about this figure too much. I really do like the detail that went into him. One thing I will point out is that Jon Moxley here is a little bit too tall, and we'll get into that when we do some comparisons. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Jon Moxley compared to other figures you may have in your collection. And so here we have Jon Moxley posed next to an Ultimate Edition's Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. And finally, here we have Jon Moxley posing next to a Series 1 Unrivaled Cody and a Series 1 Unrivaled Chris Jericho. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually have a look at Jon Moxley's articulation. Now, he does have the standard Unrivaled articulation, which is a ball joint here at the head, which does let him look up. And he really can't look that far down on his own, but he does have a hinge in the neck, which does let him look up that far. He can bury his head into his chin, or bury his chin into his chest, so I do like that. No head pivot to speak of, unfortunately, but it does turn left and right. His arms are on ball hinges that do go out to the side. Pretty good. They do go all the way around, and they are on ratcheting joints, so if you are wondering what that clicking sound, it's these ratchet joints in the shoulder. So he also has a bicep swivel, which works fine. We do get double bend here at the elbow, going a little past, or better than 90 degrees, so I do like that. Swivel and hinge here at the wrist, and that works really good. We do have a ball joint here at the torso, which does go back and forward, does rotate, does lean to the side, so we get good range here. We also do have a secondary ball joint down here at his waist, so he can lean back about that far, leaning forward, and that's acceptable. It could be a little bit better, but it does a job. Unfortunately, because of the way it's sculpted, we don't get any pivot at the lower torso, and very limited rotation here on Moxley. His legs do kick forward only to about there. You can kick them out a little bit further, but they do start going off to the side. They go out quite a nice distance. I do like that. We do have a thigh swivel up high, and of course some slight rotation on that ball joint. We do have double bend at the knee. Works really good. I do like that. We do have a swivel here at the boot. We have a hinge in the ankle going back, and doesn't go too far forward, but we do have some really good rocker ankle with a forward-facing pin. So overall, Jon Moxley here has some pretty good articulation, and I do like the way it came out. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we do have the AEW Unrivaled Collection Jon Moxley posed for my final thoughts, and overall, I really do like the way this figure came out, although I do have some issues with the fact that he is just slightly too tall. As you saw from the comparisons, he's supposed to be about Jeff Hardy's height, not taller than Brock Lesnar, and that's something we have seen with the Unrivaled collection, is that the scale is just slightly off on some figures. It's not world-ending that you can't do anything about it or fudge them into the collection, but it is something to take note that this Jon Moxley is just slightly too tall. Maybe we'll get a fixed version where he's proper height, but overall, I think they did a really good job with Jon Moxley here. I do like the fact that we finally get an AEW title that isn't either a store exclusive or a chase variant that is very hard to find. I think that was a really good idea to include the world title with the standard edition of Jon Moxley. It really confuses me why they made the chase variant title of Chris Jericho chase variant rather than making it in the main line, because you want the title in the main line. I don't understand, but anyway, I do appreciate the fact that we do get this title, and this Jon Moxley figure does look really nice. If I had one thing I would have added to this figure, it's a pair of fists. I think every wrestling figure in existence needs at least 3 interchangeable hands: style pose hands, grip hands, and fist hands. And that goes for Mattel, and that goes for the AEW figures as well. They need fist hands, they need grip hands, and they need style pose hands. So overall, I really do recommend this Jon Moxley figure. If you're a fan of AEW or just a fan of Jon Moxley in general, you're going to want to have this figure in your collection. Now, I did pick up my Jon Moxley from Ringside Collectibles when they did have a restock of Series 2. Thankfully, they had the entire collection, and I did order all 6 figures. If you haven't picked up this Jon Moxley figure, it is really hard to come by Series 2 at the time I'm making this video. I know some stores are seeing Series 3, such as Walmart and Target, starting to get these guys, but they are still very hard to come by. They get like 2 cases, and if you miss out on those cases, you miss out on the figure. So if you can get them from Ringside Collectibles, definitely recommend going to Ringside Collectibles to secure your copies of these figures, because at least they do take a while to ship to you, but at least you do get the entire set. With that being said, guys, I'm King of Dragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other Unrivaled collection videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.